Onu yayında izleriz diye izlememiştim. Hatta direkt izleyelim ya, merak ettim onu. Tebilyon değil.
I turned 30 the other day and I've been feeling a bit washed.
I'm not doing that. That's this thing.
Statistically speaking, my reaction time's about to take a massive dump. So it got me thinking. Our muscles contract based on electrical signals they receive from our brain. So what if I could just hijack that signal, and instead of listening to my slow human brain, have it listen to something else?
Can I make my muscles have the fastest
Adam
reaction
sadece
time in the world?
Değil. Şimdi bu hile mi değil mi? Değil. Ya şöyle hile ama yani bunu hile olarak bu çok ayrı bir seviye.
A PC running a program that can find where enemies are on the screen. It's not cheats. I mean, I don't want to cheat. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to cheat. 2, I need a way to send shocks to my muscles at specific wavelengths or whatever to make the muscles contract and move my arm in different directions.
Nope.
And 3, I need a little single board computer to interpret the knot hacks into shockies in a very specific way to turn my arm quickly in the right direction. So theoretically, if I do everything
Evet, birisi bu kadar hile yapmak için uğraşıyorsa siktir et abi. Oynasın benle.
properly, I'm the fastest in the world. But not by cheating, because it's my muscles, okay? I just used some science and engineering to kind of soup them up a little bit. How'd I get? 13 out of 30, let's go! My average reaction time was about 200 milliseconds, measuring the amount of frames that it took at 120 frames per second for my hand to start moving once an enemy was visible. Some of these cracked out young chaps are getting like 150 milliseconds or sometimes even slightly lower. So ideally, I want to beat the cracked out young chaps with some science, okay? Little freaking dinguses, okay? You
Tam 100
twerps.
milisaniye.
So the setup looks like
Oha.
this. First, I got a Raspberry Pi from Micro Center and got it set up controlling 4 relays from commands I could send over the Wi-Fi.
All the red lights should turn off. Hey, how about that, baby?
And that's really it for the Raspberry Pi. That'll give me control over whatever circuits we use later to electrocute my arm. Now, the server PC
çok
program
korkutucu
will
lan.
need to scan all the pixels on the screen and find human-shaped objects using what's called YOLO computer vision. Then we can determine the distance and direction of the detected object relative to the center crosshair while gaming. With that information, it could tell the Raspberry Pi which circuit to open and for how long. So if the enemy's to the left, it opens this relay, and if it's to the right, it opens a different one. So theoretically, I just needed to connect these relays to circuits that are shocking my arm in those directions.
Position the shockies on my arm in such a way that it moves my arm in the proper direction.
So how do you contract a muscle with an external electric signal? You could risk your life building one from scratch. You got a bunch of resistors and capacitors and or buy an EMS 10s unit. These are designed for muscle stimulation, sending super fast tiny little
Kaç TL'dir
pulses
bu?
of high
Çok
voltage
pahalıdır bu.
to your chosen muscle
Sağlık
group
şeyi.
with these little electrodes.
I want like an involuntary wrist movement.
Personally, I find it unpleasant.
That is tingly, and I don't like that. Oh, dude, I feel really dumb that this is shocking me.
However, Olivia's little brother couldn't get enough of it.
Dude, you gotta let go. You gotta stop.
So he kindly volunteered to help find the specific muscle.
Banlanmazsın ya bunda.
Whatever I go to, you go to.
All right, dude. Whatever you go to.
To get the desired hand movement. Basically, I needed to locate the specific muscle that needed to contract, and then you place the electrodes on where the nerves enter that muscle, and then somewhere
İstanbul'u
along
ne
the
istiyor
muscle
ya?
itself, and then it stimulates the nerve, contracts the muscle,
You just start to flex that muscle.
which we can turn on and off with a relay.
That program is scanning the screen for enemies. When it detects an enemy to the right, it activates this switch. When it turns that on, it should flex my muscles so that my hand moves to the right and aims towards the enemy on the right. This is a controlled electrocution to make my reaction time inhuman.
Monka
I
giga.
will be the fastest in the world. So flip it on and then right back off.
This was one of my dumber decisions, handing Gideon a switch to electrocute me.
Turn it on and then right back off. But I didn't know you were gonna go.
So it worked.
Test etti.
I was giving a computer vision program control of my muscles to create neuromuscular aim assist.
All right, I've got my emergency shutoffs.
I assembled it all together, added some emergency switches, contemplated its safety for a weekend, and then it was time.
Güvende ya, güvende kardeşim.
Not hacks. PY.
For the first actual test.
All right, here we go. Ah! Ah! Ah! Ah! Dude! Oh my goodness! Ah! Ah!
Bu arada bunu biraz daha geliştirip şey de yapabilirsin. Belki yapıyordur. Parmağını sıkma da yapabilirsin.
Shut up! Shut up! Oh my goodness, dude! That was freaky. That was freaky, dude. It's like something was grabbing me.
The software, Raspberry Pi, relays, everything worked exactly as expected. I had successfully reacted to an enemy in-game in under 100 milliseconds. Inhuman, fastest in the world. Right here, you can see the light actuate. Boom. Arm immediately starts moving. Oh, arm immediately starts moving. But you might have noticed I was whiffing everything. What good is reaction time if you're gonna miss? And I didn't finish. I freaked out like time-traveling Napoleon Dynamite.
Ah! Shut up! We're gonna finish half of it.
So I came back the next day and just decided to turn it up a little bit and do it again, make myself finish the test so I can compare it to the control test.
Hit speed and just do the best that I can do. Go.
O siktir. Ne kadar hızlı kaydırıyor bu arada.
Freaking Battlecraft, baby! Wise Pro, like, what is going on in there?
I ran through the test 2 times.
It's the incentive to get to the target is insane! Dude!
And the results were bad.
Oh my! Look away! Look away! 7. I turned it up and got even worse. I can turn off. After all that, it makes you worse.
Uhlayarak.
Theoretically, I have the fastest reaction time in human history right now. But because of the
98'miş bu arada ha.
I'm worse at the game.
After my mental breakdown, I figured out what was going on.
What, bro?
My reaction time was all over the board. On some of the shots, I had inhuman reactions. My hand would start moving within 100 milliseconds, and then the combination of seeing the enemy with my eyes and feeling the shock on my arm made my natural reaction time quicker as well. So when my human brain kicked in, my hand was already moving towards the target. And it was nuts.
Yok, kolundakiler random yerlere vermiyor. Tam elini oynatacak yerlere, belli kaslara veriyor.
One, the Raspberry Pi sometimes would take 100 milliseconds to kick in. This meant that I was basically just getting shocked at the same time that I would normally react, which was just a bummer. This big blue circle is actually a dead zone designed to prevent just that. The other issue is that in this specific test mode, I'm anticipating the enemies. I know that every 2 seconds there's another enemy on the screen, so my arm's all flexed up and tense, which is resisting the contraction of the muscle that's supposed to move my arm. The same way like if someone's about to push you, you lean into it. There are two very clear
diyor ki hani maçta zaten böyle olmayacak.
You go to Micro Center, and for the anticipation, well, you go full nakey jakey and go into matchmaking.
Peki FF'de ne oluyor?
I get to game with my buddies 3 hours a week. I got like 12 kids now. I've got to make the most out of those 3 hours. Okay?
Essential.
You know what I didn't have when I was 17? More than $3 and a semi-in-depth understanding of electronics in such a way that I could develop neuromuscular aim assist.
Hayır, Jason'dan olacak.
A real man. I'm a great big boy.
At first I thought lowering the latency would be as simple as upgrading the
Yo, bayağı
computer.
öküz gibi PC yapıyor. Sen ne yapıyorsun kral?
Meant I needed my
Sen
program
sponsor olmuşsun, sikiyorsun. Bunun videoyla alakası yok.
to differentiate teammates from enemies. Otherwise, I'd just get constantly shocked. First, I tried to make the program search above the bounding box for a nameplate. All my teammates will have their name above their head, right? That made it run really, really slow.
Very stuttery.
And I still barely know what I'm doing. So after a few hours, I scrapped that idea and then went on to try and differentiate teammates from enemies using color. So within the bounding box of the human-shaped object, I'd have it try and differentiate like greens and blues for CT side, and then yellows and browns for the T side.
Nice! Nice!
Teammates. The system I built for Micro Center, it's got a 9950X3D, pretty serious amount of RAM. Like, it was eating its Wheaties.
Excellent, and it's fast.
Yetmez bu arada RAM.
Check the other side.
But I just couldn't get it to be consistent.
As soon as we see a CT, it should start actuating the relays. Oh, it thinks they're teammates too. What the heck, man?
The final solution made me feel pretty dumb. So instead of having the computer vision just search for humanoid-shaped objects,
Stinking bald guy. I can't get it to not detect this stinking bald guy.
I could just get a different YOLO model that already differentiates the two, built by all the cheaters. I didn't know I was using a generic model, and so I need to switch to using like an actual
Hilecilerin
pre-trained
yaptığı
model
versiyonu
for
kullanıyorlar.
CS2 game characters. I'm not using it to cheat though. I'm gonna modify not hacks to use, because it's not hacks, to use the new CS2 model. I don't know if I've mentioned that. I'm not cheating. They're cheating. Teammates!
Neye göre algılıyor acaba?
I'm not gonna get shocked. Well, I mean, I will. I'll go to this other side, and it should just automatically... Oh, that's so much better than the freaking color system I was trying to build myself, dude. Oh, let's go! Enemies!
Baksana kafaları da anlıyor.
I slapped in a stinking Micro Center 5090 in this bad boy, and so we were done with latency. Oh, that's so much better. Look like it immediately detects them. Boom, shocked. Fast reaction time. Latency resolved. Can tell the teammates from enemies. But there was one more thing I haven't told you guys about. But now it's time, I think.
Tabii kafalara ayrı kare var. İzleyicilerin kendi yaptığı için.
Okay, I will not. Oh, okay. I found the specific muscle that flexes my trigger finger. I did not
Evet, düşündüğümü yapmış.
That's my trigger finger there. It did it for me. And then when the crosshair in-game goes over an enemy's head, it should click my finger for
Ah siktir.
Oh, baby. It's gonna work. But there was a massive problem. I can't just take these into matchmaking because, like, I'm a YouTuber. I would say not cheats, but some people might consider these cheats. And so what I did was I just took it into matchmaking. You gotta get over here. But before I go into matchmaking, I gotta tell you about this computer. You might have
Gerçekten
noticed that it has
makinalaşmak
Linux
istiyorum.
installed. And I'm not yet a true Linux user because I waited 12 minutes to tell you. That's unheard of, okay? But I'm gonna stop showering and may or may not be making a switching to Linux video thanks to Micro Center providing all of the electronics for this PC, this entire video, because they've got everything. They've got it all, man. The Raspberry Pis, they have Arduinos that would have worked for this project, but I actually forgot that they had them. They even have like a Jetson Orin Nano. That's another thing that would have done this, that would have worked. Ultra wide monitors, so you can have a wide field of view as the AI writes your code for you. This guy Connor at the Micro Center, he knows things. You go into any other electronics store that will not be named.
Reklamı yedik. Bu arada Micro Center çok iyi bir yer. Çok iyi bir yer gerçekten. Yani böyle keşke bizde olsa dediğim bir yer. Her şey vardı abi gittiğim. 3D printer bile fiziksel olarak gidip alabiliyorsun.
Because they actually know things at Micro Center. Micro Center is like the last place on earth where you're actually gonna get a deal on electronics.
Hala var. Amerika'da var.
Deals going on for building a computer, so if you're gonna upgrade,
AMD sadece oraya özel CPU satıyor. Tabii. Biz Pizza'nın PC'sinin bazı parçalarını buradan aldık. $500 indirim aldık. Öyle diyeyim.
This is your moment. Stop showering, bro. We'll stop showering together. Sign up for VIP days in the new Phoenix location. You get a free 120.
MediaMarkt gibi bir şey. Tam MediaMarkt gibi değil. Biraz daha şey gibi buradaki. Daha PC donanımı ve hobi donanımı üzerine MediaMarkt'tansa. Ama her şey var. Yani Raspberry Pi var, kablolar var, monitörler var, HDMI'lar var, Ethernet'ler var, elektronik her şey, her visik var ama. Ve fiziksel mağazada var bu arada. İnternette de var. O ayrı bir konu ama fiziksel mağazada var. O çok iyi.
Go to Micro Center. Come on, yeah? Go to Micro Center. I'm on Linux and it resets my audio to 100%. Jokes aside, this was the most unique gaming experience I've ever had. It's like a jump scare, dude. I'm gonna get shocked at any freaking second. In the cross... Ow! Good crosshair placement is a massive incentive right now. Hey, have you guys ever heard of neuromuscular aim assist?
That sounds like some muscle memory.
So I hooked up a TENS unit to some CSGO cheats, and it's shocking my arm to the right direction.
That's fucking wild.
But it's not cheats, you know what I'm saying? It's my muscles doing it.
Yeah.
Okay,
I mean,
so...
yeah, that's loophole. Holy shit.
We're in agreement then. It's not cheating.
Yeah, I'll believe it.
Excellent, thank you. At times, it legitimately felt like a computer had control of my arm. I basically have like a trigger pot that shocks my finger as well. Ow, ow! Dead guy. And other times, I couldn't tell if I was being assisted or not. Oh, dude, I don't know if that was a trigger bot or me, but good shot. Oh my goodness, dude. Sometimes things would happen so fast, I didn't even know my arm was doing the thing it was supposed to, or what happened. Ah. It shocked my, it made me aim up. That was kind of cool.
Görmedi diğerini.
Pulled my arm towards
sağdakine mi
outside
çekti?
the dead zone, but I was already shooting at an enemy in the dead zone. Or this time where for just 2 frames it thought this teammate was an enemy and moved my arm to the right.
Like a tens unit?
Does it work 100% of the time? What is that?
Ow! But it's not cheating because
Çok
it's
güzel
my
çekiyor.
muscles.
That's some crazy shit, bro. We really live in
Hiç böyle gerçekten çalıştığını göremedik.
It was a clear, distinguishable assistance to detecting an enemy I otherwise would have reacted to slower. Oh, dude, that was
siktir
crazy.
o ne?
It
Oo.
worked! It saw the enemy before I did and made me
Bu
turn.
çok iyi bu arada.
Alright guys, so
Ve sıkıyor direkt.
I'm not cheating. I do have a program running that will electrocute my trigger finger if I'm on their head.
It's kind of awesome.
Do you think that should be considered cheating?
Not valid.
Alright, cool. So would you guys personally run neuromuscular aim assist?
Ne gevledeniz ölür lan ölür.
I found it. So it should shock my finger. I've found out you need to kind of leave it limp. That way your own muscles don't resist. You need to... Oh! Scoped weapons with neuromuscular trigger bot.
Siktir evet çok hızlı tepkime süresi.
I'm gonna get shocked up.
Siktir.
This truly made it feel like I was just better than I
Evet çünkü şöyle bir şey var. Diğerinde spreyi hesaplaman lazım. Onu da yapabilirsin teorikte. Şimdi teori konuşturan çünkü CS'de ve herhangi birçok oyunda sprey patern olduğu için
Oh my goodness,
o paterni kollarsın da.
Oh! Limp finger. And it worked good.
Ama bu daha iyi.
That feels wild. So in conclusion, the concept of giving a computer vision cheat program control of your muscles and movements can potentially make you the fastest in the world. Like with some more precise electrodes potentially placed in the skin,
çok
maybe
iyiymiş.
like 8 channels. You concur? Not cheating?
I think so, yeah.
Hile değil kardeşim bu.
Make you better?
I mean, theoretically, yeah.
Bu müthiş bir şey abi bu.
Best.
I'm gonna say yes.
Ya diyorum ya bu mesela bana karşıma hile olarak gelse bir şey demem. Demem yani ne yapacaksın?
Solid state relays that have significantly less latency. And if you wanted to get riskier, just connect this to Ethernet instead of wireless. You could realistically give yourself sub 50 millisecond reaction time and have it move your muscle precisely to the enemy's head instead of just a directional assistance. And then electrocutes my finger to shoot.
That's cool.
But I don't know if I want to spend the 3 hours a week I get gaming getting tased in the arm. I turned it up. And man, I forgot to tell him I was using Linux. I'm gonna go smell some sunshine or something. Thanks for watching, guys.
Çok güzel video olmuş. Gerçekten çok iyi video olmuş bu arada. Bunu şöyle yapıyoruz abi. 5 kişi yapıyoruz. 5 kişi için yapıyorum. E-spor takımı. Bir düşünelim. Bir bunun üzerine bir yoğunlaşalım. Ben bak. Team Robotics. Oy. Sadece online turnuvalar. Hayır. Yok offline turnuva da olur. Hoodie ile giriyoruz. Yok olamaz. Sıkıntı PC götüremedik yanımıza. Yok olmaz. Yapamadık. Battı proje.